Alright, so Black Clover Mobile global version just dropped, so although, I mean, you already read the title of this video, I will be talking about characters that are going to be coming out relatively soon. I'm not going to be talking about characters that are coming out like several months from now, like the current season that's going on in JP or something like that. More stuff that's something in the near future. And although this is the topic of the video, I just want to point out, you don't need to constantly stress about the future characters coming up. Like, yes, some of the future characters coming up are obscenely overpowered, but that does not mean that you shouldn't be focusing on characters that are currently out at the moment. At the moment, having the seasonal characters, the 3 current ones, is very good for your account. All 3 of these characters. Yami is a character that I've seen that is like very beat down because he does fall off. Like, every character is going to eventually fall off. Asta falls off. I mean, most not so much because there's not that many healers, and like it's kind of like she's the good green healer still, for what I can tell. But like, having blue Yami is so good for gear farming at the moment. Having the full mono blue team, so you can beat the stage, higher level stage of gear farming and those stages, is just very important. So don't be like, okay, I got red Asta from the banner, I'm done, let's save for Noel. I don't think so. I don't think so. Same thing for Mars and Lotus. I would try to get a Rods as well. He's just so powerful. And that's really it. So I just want to point that out first before we move in. This season, like, seasonal banner is still very good, and I would keep summoning. But personally, I will say this. I said this in the tier list, and I'll say it again because I think it's very important to say. I'm not summoning for Yami at all. I'm not summoning for this character. As soon as his banner leaves, he's going to be in the general SSR pool, and I'm just going to pull him like many times randomly. So the next season drops in 11 days and 14 hours. I was unaware that this season was so short until I got pointed out by Giku. And dear Lord, everyone that has not checked out any JP gameplay of Noel is not prepared for the level of power creep that comes from Season 2. Genuinely, the game flips upside down. So, I'm here at the tier list because I just want to... I have all the characters coming up that I want to talk about. I'm not going to talk about characters that are coming out in like the super far future, like Season 6, Charlotte. Although apparently she's good. I don't know because I have not played this current season of JP. Season 4, I'm gonna max my limit to Season 3. Because that's, at the very most, 1 month and a half of, space. And saving for more than like a month and a half, a month, that's just asking too much. I know it is. I know it is. I'm a gacha player. So, most important character, by far, is Noel. Actually, I did not open a tab for the other swimsuit characters because they are very irrelevant, but let's open it, I guess. Okay, they're not irrelevant, but like, man, when you look at Noel and you're like, bro, this is the most overpowered character I've ever seen in a video game ever. You're gonna be, if you play other gacha games, you're like, oh, X character. No. I guarantee you. Noel is the most overpowered character, time release wise, ever. Imagine if you play Grand Cross, which a majority of you do, cross player based type game, right? If you play Grand Cross, I'll make this comparison. Imagine if at the launch of the global version, even before they drop Green Ascanor, they dropped the Demon King. That's Noel. Noel is if the Demon King dropped in 2020. I'm not exaggerating. That's how stupid broken this character is. And because of this, obviously they had to release more broken characters, but until I stopped playing the game, no character had come close to this. Not even close. So, I guess I can talk about what she does, but I think this is the only character I'm going to really talk about what they do in depth, because genuinely, like, you need to summon for this character. You need to max dupe this character. Like, I'm telling you, man, you need to. Everyone's gonna have this character max duped on PvP, and she is. If you don't have her, playing against her is a nightmare. a nightmare. So her skill 2 gives all allies a barrier of 100% magic attack. If you saw my gear video, I showed my JP account, or sorry, Korea account. I guess I'll open my Korea account as well in the other monitor while I'm doing this. And it gives them increased favorite damage, whatever, and Blessing of Water, right? So, Blessing of Water is the barrier, and whoever you target with the barrier, you're going to click one of your characters when you want to put this barrier up. Usually you put it on her. They counter. So you create not only a barrier, but also a counter. So you put this on Noel. You put this counter on Noel. Because her S1, if you have a barrier, attack with weapon enhancement, which is just extra damage, right? If you have this specific barrier, it's actually level 2, so it's actually 40% damage. And it's just an AoE that does a lot of damage. How about I show it to you in practice, alright? I think that this will work out better. Alright, look. This is the match, right? Let me mute myself. So I go in with Lotus, usual turn. This is my team that I've used for top 10. It's Radz, Lotus, Mars, and Noel. I mentioned before, like, you want to have Radz. I think it's super strong. Go in, then put up a shield. And you don't even need the shield. Like, you have Radz's shield, right? So I love this comp. And then you don't put the shield with Noel. I didn't talk about her ultimate, but boom, because I already have a shield, I countered. The shield, that's not even hers, it's from, it's from someone else. I counter, and look at the counter damage. Like, I did some damage before with Lotus, but like, come on, bro. Look at that counter damage. And then, I mean, they go all in, which, look at that barrier, right? And I think at this point, yeah, counters again, boom. What else? Like, I don't remember what, so let's see the power level of these in. So 4,500. I don't remember if this was like a ranked, no, this was an unranked period. So the enemies are not quite as strong as usual. But, man, this character is absurd. I didn't even get your ult. I was just showing the counters, right? So, the enemy AI had Noel, and she used the shield. But I counter into her, so he broke a little bit of the shield. I'm going to counter again. Boom. Now, why do you want her max duped? It's because if you don't have her max duped, your Noel doesn't start up with a strong shield. So this is the ult. Stupid ult. Okay, I forgot to explain here. Her dupe passive is that she starts the match already with a shield. So if you go second, you still already have a shield, and she counters regardless of what, like, anything in the game. And if you have her max duped, that shield is strong. Very strong. So regardless of who starts, you already have a shield. You're going to be countering with no one to stop you, really. And it's just very unbalanced. Stupid ult. I just realized that the video is framed super weirdly, but whatever. I'll just zoom in the post. I don't know why I'm taking so long, but I'm, I guess, now using her shield as well. This character is stupid. You want to have her. Her ult, which I didn't really show, is she just hits really hard. That's the ult. The ult is she just hits really hard. AoE. The most OP character ever. So, alongside her on the season, there's Goj and Yuno. They are not particularly great for PvP, but for their specific like farm stages, I believe they're pretty good. I'm going to be very honest, that season Noel took so much away from these characters that it doesn't like begin to make it matter. So it seems like Yuno is still used, so I'm using this as a reference for the current state. He is still decent, it seems. Maybe he's not good for gear farming, but actual like boss killing. And Goj was not good since day one, really, and seems like he's not good right now either. I would prioritize Noel and Yuno if possible, and use whatever dupes you get. So in the game, they're going to give us like dupes that you can give to characters, even SSRs, on Noel. Max dupe this character. She's just way too OP. I spent most of the time of this video individually for characters with this character because it's very important. She's coming up like relatively soon, And she's so unbelievably OP. If you don't have her, you're gonna quit the game. I guarantee you are going to quit the game if you don't pull for this character. It's just that important to the game. And gear farming on the mono green stage where you use like red units, with this character and without this character, it's night and day difference. So yeah. Moving on, another character coming up is Fauna. She's pretty decent. She's a regular banner character, not a seasonal. So, I mean, she's good for gear farming, and that's about it. PvP-wise, she's actually pretty decent against Noels. But, like, just use Noel. Genuinely. Just use Noel, and you're not going to use Fauna for PvP. But she's good for gear farming, and that's pretty much it. I am going to be real with you. I don't think free-to-play players should be summoning regular banners. I think it's not enough value. Like, regular banners are going to be in seasonals, and seasonals don't come back often at all. The seasonal banners have way more value, and they're giving less crystals than they used to on JP. As far as I know, they didn't really make they made like changes to reduce the amount of crystals they give because it was too much, according to them. And it seems like they didn't really go up on it. So, also Veto's going to be in the same banner. He is terrible. Raya is a very good single target nuker, and apparently there's a boss on JP that you can only beat if you have him on the highest difficulty. So he's also a normal banner character. If you are going to summon for a normal banner, this is the only one I would say is actually good value. Raya and Licht are going to be in the same banner, and they're actually very good. The problem is Licht was a phenomenal PvP character when he dropped, and then like 2 weeks later, Noel dropped. Oh, I don't have Noel open anymore. And it was Jover, bro. Poor Licht. It was Jover. But he's really good for gear farming. So if you are going to summon for a normal banner, I would not summon for Fauna because Veto is in there. But Raya and Licht are both good characters. And green is very weak. Like blue, if you have the blue boys that are already out, you don't need Fauna. It's nice. It's actually really nice to have her because she's really good for gear farming. But you don't need her. And Raya and Licht, like having both of them is going to be really good for gear farming, while green is like very much weaker than blue. So there's that. Now season 3, I have read through what the characters actually do, but I quit like right before it came out. Oh, let me actually talk about Cat and Kano first. Don't summon for them. These are 2 regular banner characters, just like Fauna, Veto, Raya, and Licht. They're okay. Like they're okay. They're apparently Cal is still decent for PvE, like single target nuking. But no, I would not summon personally. I'm not going to summon. So, if I'm not going to summon and I spend money on the game, I cannot recommend free-to-play player summoning. It's just a regular. I mean, if you really like one, yeah, I need to remember that, you know, people like these characters, right? So like me saying, oh, don't summon for Fauna. Oh, but we like Fauna. Okay, then whatever, man. Like, you know, but come on, they're not that good. Then season 3, I don't know how they're gonna do this because the seasons are going by really fast. Should I put season 4 characters in here and not Julius? I have Julius to talk about as well, but Julius is the first festival unit, and the second festival unit is about to come out on JP. I don't want to talk about it too much, but apparently that's like a paid only character. But we don't know, so I'm not gonna go too into that. Charmy and Asta are the season 3. And as you might have noticed, season 1 is like 3 characters. It's Mimosa. Let me go on here. Mimosa, Asta, and Yami. And then season 2, same thing, was 3 characters. Season 3, starting with season 3 seems to be that they dropped to 2 characters, which I don't mind. I think 3 characters, it is good value, but it might be a little too much to work on. No, season 4 is 3 characters. I don't know, then I guess it's random. Oh, season 3 is Vanessa. Whoa, I didn't know this character was a thing. Wow, she's so terrible. She was at the bottom. I didn't even see her. Damn, bro. Never mind what I said then. Bro, she sucks. I didn't even check what she does because I didn't know that this character existed. But apparently she's terrible. Like, she's at the bottom of everything. I'm not even going to read what she does. She's an attacker, so I'm assuming she's supposed to do damage, but I'm guessing her damage is terrible. Charmy is very, very, very strong. It kind of sucks that, like, isn't she just essentially, like, replacing the other blue Charmy? They could have released this for red. Does red now have a good healer? Maybe they do. I don't know. But it doesn't seem like it. Oh, okay. This character just came out on JP. The Queen of Witches. She's a good healer. A very, very good healer. I have not seen any gameplay of her because I guess I could have checked out some gameplay from other people, but I just looked at what she does, and she just does so much healing stuff. Like, you take a read, you just take a read at what she does. It's like 45% chance to grant all allies special points, you know, increased defense, continuous heal. She just does a lot. So this season, it seems like it gets very carried by Charmy. My suggestion, do not summon for this season, because you can get one of these seasonals for free. You can just pick Charmy. Do you need dupes? She looks like she's a PvE character, right? Is she usable in PvP? Apparently she's in PvP as well. Okay. In any case, you can just pick her for free. And why do I say this? Because I would rather spend my currency on Julius. Julius is a super OP character. And he's still like, yeah, he's still like a DPS. I did not get to play with him. I just saw gameplay of him when he came out. He's just a super OP character. So I would not be doing all that with season 3. I would skip this, get the free Charmy from the key, and then you summon for Julius personally. So that would be the roadmap that I'm personally going to be following. The characters I said I'm not going to summon for, I'm not going to summon for Fauna, I'm not going to summon for Veto. I will be summoning for Raya and Licht because of what I said. Like, the Bayonet has good value. So I think it's worth it, in my opinion, because it's two green characters, an element that I'm currently weak with. I only have one good green character, so it's worth it for me, and I think it's going to be worth for a majority of people. And then, well, like season 3 again, I will summon for season 3. I'm probably going to max dupe Charmy because I spend money on the game, so it's different for me, right? But exactly the things that I'm talking about, I'm not going to summon for Kahono and whatever. And then I'm probably going to max dupe Julius. I'm going to go for max dupe on him. So this is pretty much the roadmap of characters. Julius is just a big time damage dealer, and he has... Yeah, doesn't he have true passives? Oh, this is the... Is this the paid passive and this is the regular passive? Let me take a look. That's actually a poor choice of words. By paid passive, I meant dupe passive. By the way, if you don't know, on JP, you might have noticed in the game, when you level up your friendship with your characters, you get the like access to the UR or LR version. On JP, what they did was they actually drop you the coins, and you have to use the coins to evolve the character. I'll show this real quick because it's interesting. Like here, if I want to make him a UR, I need to use dupes. But they give you the dupes you need on the friendship. On global, and then people accidentally use dupes on the other ascension, not this one, but the other ascension, and pretty much wasted it. And they couldn't make characters LR anymore, so they had to change it for global because people were making this mistake way too much. That was a good idea. In any case, I was talking about the... Okay, yeah, this is his real passive and this is his dupe passive. His dupe passive is that max dupes, he revives one time per battle with either 45 if you only have 2 or 3 dupes, or 100% if you have max dupes. Max dupes, Julius is pretty scary. You have free revive. But yeah, that's the revival I was talking about. Very, very strong character. I will be saving and chasing this one. Then after that, you know, I would say it's so long into the future that you know, let's not really be too concerned about it. But it's nice to see, like season 4, as you can see, for PvE at the very least, or sorry, PvP at the very least, the season 4 characters are pretty good. Fugodion and Charlotte. And then season 5, this Charmy here is apparently very good. I've seen her used like just like a stunner or something. Jack doesn't seem to be all that good from season 4. Poor Jack. Two bad characters, man. Poor Jack, man. Then season 6 apparently is also very good. Charlotte is the top here. So is Magma. Oh, Charlotte is also the top here. This is a different fauna, by the way. Not the same one I was talking about. This fauna is one that just came out on JP. Her banner just left. So, that's about it. Again, anything else other than I talked about, like this here, that'll be your concern for now. Those are the main ones you need to think of.